Well, parts of the country, including New York, appear to be past the peak of Omicron, which begs the question, where does the pandemic go from here?
That's what so many of you want to know. So joining us this morning is Dr. Paul Buton. He's Moderna's Chief Medical Officer. So, Doctor, good to see you. Welcome back to the PIX11 Morning News. And we have a lot to get to. So first, Doctor, let's begin with what do we know about Omicron and the variant and where it stands right now in our fight against it?
So good morning, guys. Thanks for having me. Look, Omicron did exactly what we predicted late last year. It exploded here in the United States. As you said, that was the case in New York, although New York is nearly 74% fully vaccinated, which is fantastic. It exploded around the rest of the world. It's taken a huge toll. You know, we're almost at record hospitalizations for COVID in this country. We have death rates of 3,500 people a day. So it's a highly, highly dangerous virus. I think, look, I believe, as you say, in New York, we're getting through the end of it. Cases are beginning to come down, and so that's very reassuring. This stealth variant is not to be taken lightly. It now accounts for half of the cases in Denmark. It's doubling every 4 days in the United Kingdom. So this is something we have to watch. As leaders in the field, Moderna is absolutely committed to trying to do its part to end the pandemic, as we know. And a big part of that is to come up now with this new Omicron-specific variant, and that's what we announced yesterday.
Yeah, so can you talk to us a little bit more about this specific vaccine that would target the Omicron variant?
Yes. So we presented some data yesterday in the New England Journal of Medicine. It shows that people who get boosted do have good protection, but it's waning and it's coming down, particularly against Omicron, by 6 months. So that's why we believe we have to make this new Omicron-specific vaccine. We started yesterday, probably have data in a couple of months, and then hopefully by the mid-year, we'll really be able to go into production and start producing it for boosting in what I would predict will be the fall of 2022.
Okay, so now we hear about, you know, that stealth variant that you just speak of, and now that you have this new vaccine that's in the works, do you foresee this variant, number one, being okay to use against that stealth variant, and that you'll have to come up with new ones each time there's a different variant?
Yeah, those are, I think, the key questions. Look, we would predict right now that it probably will react with the BA2, the stealth variant. We'll check that for sure. You know, I think as people are exposed to COVID and being vaccinated and boosted, that level of immunity that we have worldwide will begin to rise. So I think our aim is that we'll be able to get to a single vaccine, ideally coupled with flu, a single vaccine once a year that will just keep people boosted and will keep people protected. It's very simple. You know, get vaccinated, get boosted, and we'll do the rest on the back end to make sure that we get you the right vaccine.
Wow.
For parents that have young children, just real quickly, where are you right now in the progress in getting a vaccine approved for children under the age of 5?
Yeah, so we have a study that's ongoing. We should have data from that in the next coming weeks, and we'll be able to share those. And then, of course, we'll work with regulators here in the US and around the world, you know, to try and get it approved. Great website, makeityourvaccine.com, available as well to give some good information on all of this.
Will that be a 1 to 3 shot regimen?
Yeah, it'd probably be a 2-dose primary, and then we'll have to think about boosting for those littlest kids as well.
And that specific shot you were just speaking of, that would be coupled with the influenza one. That would be one shot. So just to be very clear, is that in production, in development right now? That would be just a once-a-year thing?
It'll be once-a-year thing. We're going to start testing that in the fall as well of this year in clinical development, my colleagues in the department there. And then we hope to have that available for the fall of 2023.
Wow.
So our aim this year is to get Omicron-specific this year, get that new vaccine, start testing the combo, and have that ready for next year.
As you've probably heard Dr. Anthony Fauci saying that he believes we'll peak sometime before mid-February. Where do you feel that we are right now?
I see many states here in the US coming down. They've peaked and they are now starting to come down, which is great news. I do think we have to just watch this BA2 variant. It is concerning, as I say, in Europe. Many states, though, which are not as well vaccinated as New York, you know, still are very vulnerable. And so doing simple things like wearing masks, hand washing some distance, And also, you know, the data that we've presented, these vaccines are fantastic. And the Moderna vaccine, exceptional efficacy. It's been used in 400 million people worldwide now. You know, you can be very, very reassured. So I think states can really, and people in those states should feel confident. MakeItYourVaccine.com, great website for information.
A lot of great information that you just gave us and a lot to think about. And so as the year progresses, do come back because we want to talk to you about some of those more the recent developments that you just announced. But it's always good to have you here, Dr. Paul Buton. Thank you so much for joining us.
Dan, thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you.